What do you mean there are two new Megadeth singles? Oh, Megadeth. Probably my favorite band of the Big Four. Like each of the Big Four bands' discography has its highs and has its lows. Megadeth was my favorite band in high school. Absolutely fell in love with them. I had the Dave Mustaine autobiography. I learned several Megadeth songs on the guitar. Of course, I kind of grew up with them. You know, my dad happened to listen to Cryptic Writings and Countdown to Extinction pretty often, but he had several of their CDs. It should be no surprise I consider Rust in Peace to be one of the greatest metal albums ever created. And I really got into them during, I guess, the apex of their mid career renaissance, right when their album Endgame was brand new, which I consider to be one of their best. On this channel, I have a Megadeth tier list. If you guys are curious about like how I would arrange each of their albums up until this point, it's available for watching. This is a band that has been memed into oblivion, and as a big fan of theirs, probably deservedly so. I definitely haven't been really big on their material post 2000s, although Dystopia was a great record. So with the news of Dave Mustaine and company hanging up their hats, throwing in the towel, announcing a farewell tour and their final album, I'm definitely going to be invested in this. And it's also pretty righteous of them, pretty righteous of Dave to go out with making the final Megadeth album self-titled. Now, will the quality of the album hold up? If you ask me, I thought The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead was pretty mid. But there are definitely moments on there where I thought to myself, you know, Dave still has it. He still has some fuel left in the tank. It was well produced, well performed. Of course, he always has some of the best players at his side. So maybe they can surprise me. I've heard good things about this first single we're going to listen to, Tipping Point. I have not heard good things about the second single we're going to listen to called I Don't Care. But having heard nothing from either one, we're going to go into this with fresh ears. If you guys are new here, the way we do it is I kind of shorten things up. I have the music a bit quieter because ultimately this is about my reaction, my commentary on the music itself. Because ultimately, I would hope that you guys heard these songs first. So let's see what these songs have to offer. Tipping Point, let's go. Alright. Very standard thrash intro, I dig it. Whoa, okay. Is that AI? You know, I said in my most recent Josie video, I like to watch the videos along with the music because I think music videos are a unique form of art that can pair well with the music, tell its own story, bolster what's being performed in a way. But already, this is taking away from the song just so disappointingly. I mean, I already saw that when Megadeth announced this album and the tour that AI was used in the promos, and I was just like, in a way, I feel like I shouldn't even be giving this the time of day, but like, for nostalgia's sakes, for legacy's sake, and this is their last hurrah, I guess I gotta endure it, don't I? Okay. That kind of kicks ass. I dig that. These are the Dave Mustaine riffs I f with. I wonder what prison this is. Yeah, the playing and the performances are tight, just like the last album. Like it's basically picking up where they left off, and I'm not really opposed to what I'm hearing so far. Reminds me a lot of the lead single that they put out for the most recent album that they did. Now, the lead guitarist they picked up for this record, Timu Mantisari, a 38-year-old Finnish player from Winter Sun. Okay, interesting. Like I said, Dave knows how to surround himself with talent. I guess he's just making up for his shortcomings in his old age. But maybe he'll surprise me. What is even going on? I'm trying not to get distracted by the music video, but like... look at him go. That's crazy good lead playing. That's a Dave solo for sure. It sounded great. This part's cool. Oh. Okay. I feel like I'm being thrown back in time. Alright. Man, he just looks older and older every time I see him. What a career he's had. Expressionless. Ooh. Ugh. Expressionless Dave running from nothing. Okay, pretty bad music video with all the AI slop in it. Very distracting. But as for the song, very straightforward, very standard for a Megadeth track, at least especially in this day and age. I ain't hate it. Killer solos, thrashy riffs, good changes, good transitions. Very tight. Apparently it's just downhill from here, so let's go ahead and react to I Don't Care. Okay. At least the music video is actually like real this time. Okay, all right. So yeah, just so to give my thoughts, we're 2 minutes in, about halfway through. I kind of vibe with it. Shocking enough, it's very youthful. It's got a punky attitude to it, and I really respect that. I dig the direction. Yeah, hearing Dave deliver these like really cliche lyrics, it's a little cringe. But I mean, the attitude is kind of there, sort of, kind of, a little bit. I kind of see what he's going for. Dave soloing with the neck pickup on. I dig that. I kind of mess with this. There's a bunch of youngsters partying. Honestly, really showing off on the guitar, and it sounds good. It rocks. Yeah, that's it, huh? Out of that, I mean, I definitely like I felt something listening to that, like more so than the first single. It was different, but it was still very much in their vein, in the same vein as them. If you listen, like even like some of the mid career, well, not mid career, like '90s material Megadeth, back when they were on like Beavis and Butthead and MTV and whatnot, songs like '99 Ways to Die or Liar or Sweating Bullets. I think Dave has always had this kind of attitude, and it's definitely reflected in his music. Hey, it could have been worse, There were definitely worse songs on The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead, and definitely on Super Collider. I think the song was basically pointing out to everybody, like, look, don't pin me down on one particular thing. Like, I don't care enough about any one particular thing. Yeah, Dave doesn't exactly come off as an idealist. I think the most disappointing aspect between the release of these two songs was the very obvious AI in the first music video, the video for Tipping Point. If it's one thing I can respect, it's a dude well into his 60s now, maintaining a youthful spirit and energy, at least in a way that it is reflected in the music that he writes and performs. I'll definitely try to catch them as many times as I can on their final tour, and when the album finally drops, I will be reacting to the entire thing, and I hope you join me for that. Speaking of which, if you aren't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video, and for when I go live, which is usually every Wednesday. Leave a like if you could, please. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of these two tracks. And be sure to check out my other videos if you could as well. Or don't. It just doesn't matter as long as you enjoy.